Hey guys, happy Monday. This is Carter Benton. For those of you that I do not know, coming to you from Wilmington, North Carolina. And I'm super excited to share some top tips today. I love this page. I think Julie Waldrop, I think you set this up, and maybe Lauren Myers. Thank y'all so much. The collaborating with other teams and people that are on similar journeys has really been invaluable, and so I just really appreciate it. I treasure being able to learn from all of you guys and just share. So just a little bit about me before I get started. For those of you that I don't know, never in a million years saw myself doing that. I'm sure we all say that, right? I'm a former kindergarten teacher and loved my time in the classroom. Everything changed for us in 2005, and that's when my son was born. My son Riley, he's now 12, and then I have a daughter Carrington, and she's 9. And once I had them, I just was dying to be a stay-at-home mom. I really wanted to be home with them. Growing up, my mom was not around. Had a real difficult childhood. My parents got divorced when I was 3, and there was a lot of custody battles, a lot of financial insecurity, a lot of emotional instability. And I think I've just always known that what I wanted to create for my life and for my children and for my family was going to be different. So my husband Ryan and we live here in Wilmington. We love it. He's in the tire business. He works very hard. And so that's just a little bit about me. And excited to share some top tips with you guys. So the first one is on recruiting. And recruiting is not something that I feel like is one of my strengths in this business. It's not something that I necessarily enjoy very much. And so I think the best advice that I would have with recruiting is just, you've got to be consistent, and you've got to do the hard stuff first, and you've got to pay yourself first. And that's what I coach my team to, because it's really easy for me to stay in management mode and for me to work. And by working, coming up with fun incentives and shouting at my team members. And I like to look over vital signs and pulse. And I like to, do fun things like that, plan events and stuff like that. But the actual recruiting and reaching out to people and having those purposeful conversations is not my favorite part. So I think just being consistent with that, touching your business every day, never stopping that prospecting, never stopping reaching out to people would be the best advice. And just Rita, recruiting is the answer, just knowing that it's vital for the longevity of your business. Another thing that we've been doing a lot of coaching on is just attraction marketing. And I think it's really powerful. I think the more that you show your network, you're painting the picture of what time freedom can look like. You're painting the picture of what financial freedom can look like. And you're painting the picture to your network, through social media and just through your interactions, through your life, that you love what you're doing, that you're benefiting others, and that you're happy with what you're doing, and you're having fun. I think that's a really important, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about events, but having fun doing what you're doing. And so that concept of attraction marketing, through that, I think I've actually had a lot of people that will come to me and say, it looks like what you're doing, you've really achieved a balance, and I want to hear more about it. So I think that's an important thing to remember with recruiting too, is just showing your network all of the good things that can happen through Rodan & Fields. All right, the next one is incentives. So I think incentives are fun. I think little prizes are fun. I have not had the opportunity to run for a lot of incentives and prizes, so it's something that I enjoy doing. I have like prize drawers. I always catch the Kate Spade 75% off sale. I always go to like at Target and get cute little things like that. I don't know, I have fun with that. So we do fun little things like that. But recently we actually did something that I'm excited to share with y'all. We are not on a team that has a lot of collaboration between our RFXers and my power partner. I'll probably talk about her, Ali Luckadoo. She's my direct, the first person I called when I joined. She's RFX. She'll be on this page soon. But we just sort of got to thinking and putting our heads together, and we feel like just the two of us financially and logistically, we couldn't offer these big incentives like we wanted to do. So we reached out to all of our sideline RFX sisters on our family tree. And we are going to we're doing a monthly incentive now. And so we got, I think we have 13 or 14 people doing it. Our goal was to have 12 people doing it. And the idea is that each RFXer is going to kick in $100 a month. And so each RFXer is able to offer this incentive to their downline. So I had it for January, and I just did a $1,000 gift certificate to Nordstrom. So all of us that are kicking in the $100 gets to put the incentive on our page. We use a Google Doc, and whoever's in charge that month chooses what the challenge is. And so for me, in January, they had to bring a team member on board with 600 SV, and then they had to get that new team member to EC. And when they do that, they get an entry into the raffle. So that's kind of a fun idea, and we're excited. Again, to be able to offer a $1,000 incentive is really cool and really fun. So I'll keep y'all posted on how it goes. But that's what I would say about incentives. Okay, team training. So I am a huge believer in don't reinvent the wheel. Don't recreate the wheel. I am a huge believer. I've, from day one, just tuned into those Sarah Robbins training calls when Daily Experience came out. I've never had like a monthly or a weekly level 5 call or anything like that. I've just plugged into what has been given to me through the company. And I'm a firm believer that between the Sunday night calls, which all of us have hosted, and between the Daily Experience, which all of us have hosted, that is the expertise and the brilliance. And hearing the stories, the success stories from others, to me, has been invaluable. So in terms of team training, I really prefer to myself stay plugged into those resources and then share the ones with my team that I think are especially valuable. So definitely once or twice a week, I'm sharing one of the daily videos. I listen to them while I walk my dog. I have a partner with this business. This is my partner right here, Marley, the golden doodle. He's always by my side. But we walk a lot, and when we walk, I listen to those and I pass on those. So team training, I like to plug into I don't like to recreate that. I love what we've been given. All right, gaining PCs and retaining PCs. I can't wait to hear some of you guys on this. Julie Waldrop, I know you've got a ton of PCs. I can't wait to hear your advice on this. I think gaining PCs, again, it's Rita, it's reaching out, it's, using social media, using it effectively. I think that, events are always a good thing. I think being a walking billboard, using our products, I think obviously talking about our products. And I think, in terms of retaining PCs, I think customer service is so important. I know in the beginning, I'm not as good now, but I wrote those handwritten notes. I manage most of my PC accounts, and I think that has helped with PC retention. It does take some time, and I know that people have different thoughts on that, but I think treating them like friends. All of my PCs get a Christmas card from me with a picture of my family, and I'm in touch with them just about every 60 days, just keeping in touch. And another idea that I wanted to share that we've done recently that has been really cool just in the new year. So I had a PC page, like a PC Facebook page. I had very little interaction, very little commenting, very little, nothing was going on much. And so in the new year, what I decided to do was to really kind of amp that up. And I think I got the idea here, actually. I think somebody commented, but so what I've done is I've added all of the PCs from anyone that doesn't have a level 5 leader in my downline, like all of my PCs and all of the PCs of my consultants that if I'm their closest level 5 leader. So there's hundreds of people on there, and I'm really trying to amp it up by doing some giveaways and hopping on there every Tuesday and doing a skincare tip Tuesday where I do a live video and show them how to use Lash Boost, where I show them how to use hydration. And really it's all just comes down to, I think, education on our products. Whenever I do something like this, or I think about something like this, I think about if I've bought a hair care product from another MLM company, or if I've bought a shakes from another MLM company, I would love it if somebody came on once a week and was like, okay, if your hair's a frizzy mess, this is how you do it. And I actually had a bad experience with one of those because I wasn't educated on how to use the product. So the same thing with a shake, just all of that education, product education. And I wasn't doing that for my PCs. I was just occasionally hopping on there. But I think the live obviously everybody is a higher level of engagement. So that's been something that's fun. And I love that idea too, to add everyone, because we can't trust that our EC legs and our, that they're educating their people at all. So that's a fun idea for gaining PCs and retaining. Events. I think you have to do them. I think if you build it, they will come, just like, I think that was Field of Dreams. We live, Wilmington, North Carolina, 120,000 people in this town. We have 5 RFXers, and I think we have 8 or 9 Lexus drivers. There's a lot of Rodan & Fields consultants here in Wilmington. Our team still gets together at least once a month. I like to tell people the story of our Lash Bash. Back when Lash Boost launched, we had to get together, and I don't know if there were any prospects in the room. There were probably 15 consultants. We're a casual team. But you better believe we had our Lash t-shirts on. You better believe we were taking tons of pictures. We were cheersing. We were celebrating. We did it again with the hydration launch. And, we were posting those pictures. It's kind of that attraction marketing. It's showing people that you're having fun doing what you're doing, showing people that sisterhood, showing people that you're celebrating, because people want to be a part of something. So I think events are always a good thing. I think events are always a smart idea, at least once a month. And I hear so many people say, we do it, but nobody comes. We do it, but nobody comes. You know what? What if it's just you and one of your teammates? Make it a power hour. Make it a reach out workshop. I still think getting together is always a good idea. Is there okay, I'll talk about retreats in a little while, but there's so many fun things. Love the skin you're in, all those fun themes. And some people love getting people together. Some people don't as much. But I think you can be so creative with it and have so much fun with it if that's your gift. Events are important. We tell people we're not a home party company. We don't stock inventory and we don't make deliveries, and all of that is very true. But any opportunity that you have to get in front of other people it's a win-win. Recognition. I am a firm believer in authentic recognition and appreciation. I think it's a huge part of this business. Everybody wants to see their name, right? Everybody wants to be congratulated for your hard work. So I think it's really important. We do, obviously on the first of the month, we recognize our level 5 leaders. We have a Lexus list for anyone that's over 25,000 in org volume. We do the promotions, level 1 through level 5, or level 1 through all the way through RFX. We do top PSQV, so I think that's really important. We do the RFX diet, and we've started incorporating at Julie Waldrop. I think you do this too. We do some little raffles for 600 by the 6th, 1,500 by the 15th, and 3,000 by the 30th. So that's fun. People to strive for those things. And then I love also using my leader reports that come in and shouting out the top recruiters of PCs and consultants every month. So I think anytime you can shout people out, it just makes them feel good. And when you make people feel good, they want to work hard. And when you make them feel good about themselves and feel proud of themselves, they're going to put more effort out. So I think it's really important. And shouting them out on their Facebook pages too. Usually at the beginning of the month, I just reach out to my directs and I just say, listen, set me up for success. Like, I'm not tracking your number. If this is your best month yet, if you are number 1, if you want to post, I want you to tell me, like, set me up for success. I will post for you. You tell me what you want me to say. Some of them I'll say, just go ahead and make the collage. If they're really particular about what picture I include, I'm like, do it, and I'll just post it up there for them. It's not that I don't keep track of what they're all doing and where they all are and what, accolades they've had that month, but it helps me, and they know what they want their network to see. So social media, you got to do it. I have such a love-hate relationship with Facebook and social media. I mean, I'm more of a private person. Social media, that was one of my big aha moments in this business. I had a really slow start. It took me, I think, 16 months to hit level 5. And when I started, I didn't use Facebook at all. Not at all. Not one bit. And I didn't want to, and I didn't know how to, and so once I started using Facebook, and that's really when my business took off. And so regardless of whether you love it or hate it, it's kind of like I was saying earlier, pay yourself first, do the hard stuff first. You've got to use it, and you've got to use it effectively. Everyone has their views on that. Some people want to post about Rodan & Fields every day. Some people want to sprinkle it in. I like to sprinkle it in with my lifestyle posts. And you just got to put those blinders on. You cannot be worried about what you hear people talking about, people selling things on Facebook. And I agree. In general, people do not log onto Facebook to purchase something. They log on to see updates from friends and family. So we do not want to be trying to necessarily sell on Facebook. But you can use that attraction marketing. You can paint that picture. You can tell stories. And so, we are a social platform. We are in a social economy. And so when you hear people say, I don't want to post on Facebook, if I'm doing three-way calls or if one of my prospects, I'm like, you can certainly do it without, but you're going to do a lot better. If you're going to be able to reach more people. It's free advertising. So there's that. And business tools. I don't know that I have anything. I mean, we love Zoom. Obviously, that's been awesome for Australia. I had a Zoom call on Saturday with an Australian, and I was in the car, and my friend was at the Carolina basketball game in Chapel Hill, and our Aussie was just waking up. So all of the technology that we have now is great. I will say that I have had a couple of friends, I haven't used it yet, but Mallory Garshnick and her husband started that new app, Tractivity, T-R-A-K, Tractivity, and I've heard it's awesome. It's helps you organize your lists and your reach outs and your prospecting and all that. I've heard only great things about that. So check out Tractivity. Any other apps or Zooms? I don't think I have anything else for that. Self-development, y'all, you have to. This business can knock you down. This business can have you self-doubt. This business can have you compare. And if you don't have a firm grounding on who you are and why you're doing this and what you want out of this, you're going to fall through the cracks. Self-development is key. There's so many great books out there. I love Romy Neustadt's book. I love You're a Badass. Right now I'm listening to The Wisdom of Sundays, Super Soul Conversations. I listen to it on Audible. It's Oprah's. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm a firm believer in that, keeping yourself personally developed, keeping yourself professionally developed, and remaining constant and steadfast in your course, and knowing that you're doing this for a larger reason, and knowing deeply and very very strong, there's a strength in knowing why you're doing this, and being able to articulate that. So with all the women in this business and all the people that you see that rise to the top and that do things so quickly, and you've got to remember that your pace is your pace and your race is your race, and at the end of the day the champagne tastes the same. So keep yourself, find what makes you tick, and find what makes you be the best version of yourself. It's very important. And then the final thing is retreats. Retreats are so fun, right? I didn't understand in the beginning the power of retreats and just the branding that we get, y'all. When people see the pictures of you on these retreats, it's priceless. I've had the opportunity, I've been in the business 5 years, and I have had the opportunity to run for and go on 2 retreats, and they both were awesome. They both were amazing. We had a really successful, like I said, we live in Wilmington, which is a beach town. So and we're a very casual team. We've had 2 really awesome opportunities with retreats. This past summer, we actually did a level 3 retreat. And so they had to have level 3 qualifications. And we just had never heard of anything like that and just thought this would be fun. And we piled in 4 different girls, 4 different leaders on our team have big houses. They've got like 5-bedroom houses. And so we all sent husbands and kids away and piled in the houses. We made it super casual. We did training. We did pizza one night. I think we brought in Jersey Mike subs for lunch one day. Everything was paid for. I mean, they had to get there, but then once we got there, everything was paid for. But we did it casually, and the branding was it was amazing. And the collaboration, everybody meeting each other and being together. And I think I have mentioned this either on the thread or on the page, but this coming weekend, we actually are having our winter warm-up. We're calling it Team Drive Summit. We're super excited. We have 120 people coming, y'all. And the beauty of it is it has been little to no work on our part. I set up a page. I set up an Eventbrite link. They paid $20 to register. And we've got a hotel room on Saturday. The level 5s are doing our training. And so Friday night, we're all getting together at a clubhouse. BYOB, we're ordering pizza and salads, having treats and desserts. And then Saturday morning, the level 5s are training. And then we're all breaking out for lunch and giving them an opportunity to, get together with their teams. And then we've got training that afternoon. 5 o'clock, we're doing champagne toasts and photo ops, and everyone can do that with their own teams, and we can do large group pictures. And then Saturday night, everybody's on their own, and we're going to do a power hour, like a reach out workshop, while everybody's there. And then all the teams can get together for dinner Saturday night. And so we have a block of rooms at a hotel. Some people have gotten beach houses. I don't even know where people are staying. That's the beauty of it. I haven't had to do much at all. So stay tuned. You'll see pictures if you are, if we're friends on Facebook and you follow me. And again, these people are coming, they're flying in from all over the country. And so it's great. There was no qualifications whatsoever. Anyone could attend. And it's, with it being $20, it was affordable. So that is all I have for today. Thank you again, Stacey Roney, for this idea. I love it. Thanks to each of you who are sharing on this page and collaborating. And it takes a village, I guess, with raising our kids, and then with this too. We've got to be able to learn from each other, and it's really been a treasure to me. So everybody have a great Monday. And oh wait, I had one more thing I wanted to tell y'all about for events. Okay. So here's another thing, virtual events. I got this idea from Courtney McClellan and Kelly Treble. So we've started in the new year. I mentioned that we had reached out to our RFX Sideline sisters, which are in our family tree, for the incentives. We also did that we have a weekly virtual event. And it's every Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's called We Are RF. And every week, a different leader goes on live on the We Are RF group page, and we share, it's 20 minutes. And basically, we share our story, we share a little bit about our why, and we share the 5 Ps, the business tips about Rodan & Fields. And so it's like Courtney said when she was explaining it to me, it's so simple. It's like, why didn't we think of it before? But I just wanted to give my team more opportunities for virtual. I wanted to give my team something more regularly virtually to tell people to share more. So we have a page set up. It's called We Are RF, and all the videos are on it every Monday night. So you add your prospects to the group page. And the cool thing about it is that later on, if you have a prospect, say you have a prospect who is a minority and maybe they're a millennial, well, you can scroll back through the page and find that video that you've already got on the page from maybe a minority or a millennial, and tag them and say, here, I want you to check out this video. So it's a constant prospecting tool, and then it's a constant weekly reminder. And we're doing like Premier Level 5s and up are sharing their story. So making sure to handle some objections on each thing. So that's been a really fun thing. We've only done 2 weeks. I'm actually doing it tonight at 9 o'clock. But that's a really fun idea. And we've had a lot of positive feedback about it. And again, it's simple. So yeah. All right, y'all. Have a great Monday. I'll hopefully see you guys soon.